good morning, if wherever you're living is early in the day. Look, Hannes wants to show you all his angel eyes, because this is Hannes, for those of you that don't know, also known as angel eyes, because he's had all sorts of problems with sarcoids around his eyes, which is what he wanted to show you right at the start of the video. I'm just out having a little pootle down the road with Ren, Auntie Ren, our speed queen, who some of you will have seen on many of our live hacks. Hannes has had a lovely spring clean today and a trim up, so he's just having a little leg stretch. And as I was coming down the road, I was just thinking, they're so good, these two, and it's so beautiful out. It would be rude of me not to share it. So we're just going past our memorial orchard. Anyone who doesn't know what that is, that's where the Friesians that have lived with us, that have sadly passed on, are laid to rest and remembered with a gorgeous fruit tree or something similar. Hi Hazel, hi Tim, hi Susan, hi Cassidy, hi Karen. Sorry, I didn't give you any warning of this because I never know most days whether I'm going to get out or not. But it's very, very beautiful. Ren's been free reining up at the yard, although she disappeared when she heard I was going to take her out. And I had to go searching for her and angel eyes up in the woods. But it's just so beautiful. Sorry, I know I keep saying that, but this is the best time of year around here. There's not too many flies. Everything's lush and green. And we have to make the most of it when we can. So I thought I'd take Ren and Hannes for a little stroll out, and we're actually going to go in the 9 acre, so I don't know whether I'll be able to stay live. It depends if they both want to be nice and relaxed, but I thought we'd go down. We've got Diane, our quilting queen, with us today, and her husband Mark is over there. I hope he doesn't mind. I didn't check with him first. He's been doing lots of metal detecting out here, and he's found some really interesting bits and pieces that I'm sure Diane can tell you about if she's on here. But at the moment she's busy researching all the different grasses that we have in here. She was telling me earlier today that she'd found out all the different wild or herb grass, not herb grasses, but meadow grasses that we have down in this, our 9 acre field, which is one of our main haylage fields. So she's just looking at what we might be able to do to try and boost the quality of what's growing out here. Hello Chris, and hello to anybody else who's watching, who, if I don't see your names, I don't always see everybody's name. Well, good afternoon, Jamie. Jamie, those lovely clipper blades that you very kindly sent us got put to good use this morning. So Hannes has had a proper good face trim. That's your superpower side, isn't it, Hannes? With your scar on your eye. So he's had a full face trim, tied it up round his ears. I did start on Nero this morning as well, but I hadn't charged the clippers, so he's only had half his face done, so he looks a bit scruffy at the moment. It is a very beautiful day, and I know it's not Wednesday, which is usually the live hack day. But I thought it would be wrong not to get out on a day like this. So I was originally going to take Renske and Micah, but as Hannes was up at the yard having his spring clean, it actually just saved a little bit of time to take him rather than Mai. But maybe I'll get her out tomorrow. Maybe I'll take her with Dow. But Lisa and Vince have been busy this morning, tidying up the friendship barn. This time Vince is painting the inside, so some of you will have seen that he's given the outside a fresh lick of paint. Arthur got to clean up. Anyone who doesn't know who Arthur is, he's our Polaris Ranger. Hi Lindsay. You don't think any of the horses are scruffy? Well, maybe I should send you a picture of what Nero looks like right now, because he's got half a trimmed face. He's been rolling. Yeah, he does look quite scruffy today, I have to say. But thank you for saying that. Hello, Happy Day. And as I say, hello to anybody else who stumbles across this live feed. If you like what you see and you want to see a little bit more, then do like this live, or even subscribe if you want to see more of the beautiful black beasties. We do have, I think, although I think it's probably ended now, we had a live running on the yard most of the morning. A relative term, scruffy. You stumbled, LVX2. Well, thank you for stumbling across us. So we like to welcome all animal lovers here. I am very lucky to be able to do this, which is why I always think it's polite to share. Because I'm very blessed to live where we do and be able to look after these amazing horses at our sanctuary. So, for those that don't know, it's a Friesian sanctuary in the north of England that this young man, Hannes, Angel Eyes, is the founding boy, because he was abandoned with us 10 years ago. In fact, it's 11 years ago this year. And lots of people would say, aren't you lucky to have a Friesian abandoned with you? But he's had all sorts of health problems over the years, including all those sarcoids around his eyes. And I think in many places he would no longer be here. And in fact, when he had the last problem with the sarcoid, there were a number of people who were saying that we should just let him go. But thanks to support of the wonderful community that we've got around us, we were able to raise the funds to put him through an operation for a very rare sarcoid that he had right on his conjunctiva in his eye. And that was 2 years ago now. And amazingly, even though we were told that there would be still sarcoids growing around that area, and I'm sure there are, he's still with us today, leading a happy life. Sorry, my screen's gone a little bit dark, so I might not be able to see everybody's comments. Well, I'm leading one rather than pulling, because, sorry, Renske's just stopping to do a dropping. So this is when we do ride and lead, and it's a nice way of getting those ones out for a change of scenery that maybe aren't doing quite so much. So Hannes, he can be ridden, and I could have ridden him and led another one. But they just like and have a little mooch around. And there's Mark over there with his metal detector. Sorry, Mark, I didn't warn you that I was live because it was very much a last minute thing. Have you found anything exciting?
One musket ball.
A musket ball?
Yeah, and loads of those antibiotic tube things.
Oh, really?
And quite a lot of bits off the tractor.
Oh, more bits off a tractor.
So I'm putting them in the car because they were putting my trousers in.
Oh no, we can't have that. But you have found some really interesting things out here, haven't you?
On here I found Elizabeth I silver sixpence.
So if you didn't hear that, an Elizabeth I silver sixpence.
And a medieval, I don't know how to pronounce this, whirl, W-H-O-R-L.
I think I would imagine that's it, a medieval whirl. So.
Something to do with spinning.
Oh, okay.
It's like a, you know the dolly things?
Yeah.
I think it goes, it's like a lead weight.
Right.
They put patterns on it and things like
Okay. I'll have to show that in another video, won't I? Sort of pop it on the screen. Oh, I think Renske's quite keen to go. I'm going to leave you to it. All right, I'll catch up with you in a bit. So Hannes and Renske are a little keen to go there, so we'll head off. Oh, you don't need to apologise for that at all. No. And you know, I always think it's lovely if anybody from the city or a town joins us. So what I'm doing is I'm riding Renske and just leading Hannes alongside. So Hannes has been ridden, he's driven a carriage over the years, and he's just, as you can see, sort of the rein I'm holding him with. So I've got Renske's reins in one hand and then Hannes's rope in the other. But because he's an older boy and he's very sensible, he'll just mooch along beside her. You know, he's not pulling me along, I'm not having to pull him along. But sometimes when we're doing ride and lead for the first time, I might have to just give a little bit of a pull on the head collar. And then when they feel the pressure, they generally walk forward, and then I can release the pressure. So, you know, he knows that if he were to pull me in front and go too quick, I'd put a little bit of pressure on the rope, and then as soon as he let go, then I would let go. So it's just all part of the way that we teach them what to do. So anyone who appears on here and makes any comments that aren't appropriate to our channel, I suggest that you jog on to another channel, because this is just a lovely community of animal lovers, you know, and we only really want people who've got nice things to say. So those people can jog on. I suggest, as I've said before, anybody who does say unpleasant things, I think it's probably because YouTube is trying to direct you to more nice videos to watch, maybe to try and make you a little happier. Belinda, you love horses. Excellent. His mane is braided. Let me see if I can show you from the other side. So he's got a little plait in there. Should we have a little? We'll have a little walk down the road, because then you get to hear that lovely clip clop on the road. Go on, Ren. We'll just go a little way. So that's I call that a running plait. Other people call it a stallion plait, but he's got quite a long mane, so it's a good way to keep it out of his mouth when he's eating. So a lot of Friesians are known for having very long, beautiful manes. Not all of them have it, but some of them do. Anyway, we'll just have a little mooch down the lane, and then we'll take you back up the hill to the farm. Lindsay, how is Millie? I think that little dog is a bit of a miracle dog. I'm amazed that she's still here, to be honest, because it was really touch and go with her for a little while. Oh, did that doggy just scared you? She just had a little jump. She's very brave, Renske, but I think that just took her by surprise. So yeah, she's doing really well. But she's always been a tough little cookie. So for those of you that don't know, Millie is my mum's Chihuahua, who unfortunately got involved in an accident with a delivery van at the farm and ended up with a big hernia and a fractured pelvis. And she ended up down at the vet's, came home and then relapsed and had what they thought was kidney failure. But she spent another 48 hours down at the vet's, and she's back home, and yeah, she's doing incredibly well. Millie the Wonder Dog. Oh, I like that, Jamie. Hi, Lance. I know that you were on the live on the yard. I think that's ended now because I think the battery died on it. You're very welcome. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. Well, these lanes, they're quite narrow little lanes. Sorry, excuse me. So I tend to ride along in the middle of the road. But you can generally hear if there's cars coming. Not if they're electric. It's why I'm not a fan of electric cars, because you can't hear them coming. But there's plenty of little places where we can pull in. Hi Nancy. Hi Elizabeth. Sorry, it's quite windy now, so I don't know whether you can hear me. Anyway, we'll just go down to Ainson Manor Hotel. It's a very, very beautiful hotel, just down from our farm. Recently been fully renovated into rather luxurious accommodation. Oh, you drive on the wrong side of the road in the US. Well, I have to say, we've got our wonderful Polaris Ranger, Arthur. He's actually a left-hand drive, and I actually find that easier. It feels more natural, so I think you probably do drive on the right side. Oh, look at the view going back. All that lovely cow parsley that they love to eat. So I tend to pick a lot of that every day. So the cow parsley, some dandelion leaves, and some of the cleaves along the hedgerows. Ren, do you want to have a little snack on some cow parsley? Let me try and do this with the phone as well. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Right, there you go, Hannes. You have a bit. Ren, I'll get you a bit in a minute. Or do you want to help yourself? Do you want to help yourself to some? There you go. Help yourself to some. Do you want some? Oh, you've got a big bit there. Problem is whether I can drag Hannes away now, because he's a little on the greedy side sometimes. Oh, you're a good boy. Well done. Well done. It is very beautiful scenery around here. I have to agree with you. Which is why I don't like to keep it to myself. I like to share it with all of you. So anyone joining for the first time, usually Wednesdays is our live hack day, and I will probably be getting you out again for a live hack tomorrow. Well, Jamie, Ren is very polite, and I don't often let them just munch on the hedgerows when they're doing a bit of work. So she is very good, but she knows when I'm giving her permission. I remember years and years ago, that it's actually brought back a memory from years ago. Sorry, I might have lost you for a minute there because I didn't tell Tamara I was doing a live and she just called me. So sometimes I lose the sound. So perhaps let me know whether you can hear or not. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. Hello, Laura. Oh, I'm back. Thank you very much. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying now. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, yes. The thing that I was remembering when... Oh, gosh. That was a bit lively, wasn't it, Hannes? Oh, thank you very much. Oh, hello, Tara. Lovely to see you on here. And thank you, Tara. I don't want to give anything away, but for the sponsorship that you sent through yesterday, so I'm going to get those made up, and I'll definitely show it on a video once it's there. That was lovely. That brought a big smile. Oh, look, there's a little doggy. Where are you going? I think you're down at the farm there. There we go. Right, so what was I talking about? Annie, when I used to have people come to ride, and in the early days with Anya, I'll never forget, I had a couple who were visiting the UK from Mexico, and one of them got on Anya, and this just shows Anya's personality right from word go. And bless her, the girl, she didn't know how to ride. She was very much like a passenger rider, and Annie just took full advantage. And I think it took us about an hour to go a couple of 100 yards down the road, because this girl just let Annie do whatever Annie wanted to do, and she just spent her entire time with her head in the hedge. Yeah, it was an interesting ride. So, but you know, that's Annie's character, her personality. She does what she wants to do. Who have we got? Ravi, you're 92 years old. Wow, that's fantastic. And I bet you don't look it. Well, it's lovely to have you on here. No, I don't ride them daily. So there's some of them that we do ride, others that we don't. We do a lot of groundwork, we do a lot of static exercises, but really it's just about them enjoying their lives and keeping healthy and well. So we just do what we can to give them the best life we can. And they're not really fussed whether they're being ridden or not. You know, some of them don't like being ridden, so therefore we don't. But what they do love is people. They love attention. So we have different experiences that you can come and do at the farm, and we share a lot of them online. We have our core team, and then we have a number of volunteers who come in and help out just to keep them happy and well. I know, Lindsay, Annie she's just, as I say, right from word go. Annie knows what Annie wants, and Annie gets what Annie wants, most of the time anyway. Yeah, so we don't look for them to do anything that they don't want to do. We look at each horse as an individual. I don't know whether you can see them over there. There's all the girlies over in the field. I would zoom in if I had another hand, but I don't. Right, Hannes, do you want to go back with the boys here? Because you've had your pamper time, haven't you? Show everyone your little nose. There we go. Little Hannes nose. Oh, that was my hand. Sorry, that was a bad bit of filming. He's so lovely. Did you enjoy your little stroll out? Let's see whether we can do this. It might not work because I'll have to hop off Ren and let Hannes back in with the boys, but we'll give it a go. That's just me being lazy, because if I take him back up the hill, I then have to walk him back down here. The average age of these horses, that's a very good question, Ravi. Well, I think if a Friesian gets into their 20s, that's fantastic. I have to say that I've lost more at a younger age, because there are a few issues within the breed. A few genetic health issues. Oh, Hannes, do you want to go back with the boys? Right, let me just hop off. So the filming might be really dodgy for a minute. Right, Renske, can I trust you to stay here while I get Hannes back in the field? I think I can. I might take your reins over your head. Right. Sorry, excuse the dodgy filming. Right, so this is the boys' turn out. Oh, Ren, you might as well come in, darling. There we go. If Uber was in here, then I probably wouldn't have brought Ren in. Right, here we go, darling. Let's take your head collar off. Let's take that off. So, a lot of you will have seen our live feeding times that we do. That's where we come down here. Feed the boys, feed the girls. Hannes, I can't get it, darling. If you need to turn around that way. Right. Oh, Uber's coming, so that might be quite entertaining with Renske in here. There we go, young man. There, you can go off and see your buddies. I'm going to go and have a drink. There we go. Ren, what am I going to do? Am I going to hop back on you or walk you up the road? Sorry, I can't see comments for a minute. Just while I'm manoeuvring these two around. Once you've had a drink, Hannes. Right, Hannes, darling, can you move out the way so that I can get Renske around the gate? Go on, and I'll come and put some cream on your eye a little bit later. Oh, this is a mess. Hold on. Right, sorry. Oh, Hannes, that's very rude. That's very rude. Right, Renske, look, you can see Ren's beautiful face now with my slightly dodgy filming. Right, come around the gate. That's it, well done. Right, out you come. Good girl. And there is Hannes's two buddies, Uber and Iceman. And they've got the sheepies in with them at the moment as well. Uber just loves the ladies. I'm just going to pop you here for a minute. Oh, sorry, I nearly dropped the phone. Right, I'm just going to rest you there for a minute while I sort out Hannes's head collar. Is that going to work? Renske, don't knock on the... Ren, darling, can you not rub on the gate? Right. Yeah, so Uber loves the ladies, so there's lots of squealing and throwing legs out occasionally when he's around the girls. But it's no different to Hidda and Hoitzer. They both love the ladies as well, so they get a little bit dominant. I've just realised that I left the cupboard door open this morning, so they've probably been in there and stolen the treats. Hello, Monique. Right, I'm going to leave this down here. Do I attempt to jump back on, or shall I lead Ren up the road? I'll do one or the other. Okay. Right, Ren, are you going to let me hop back on? Let's see if I can do this. So apologies again, there'll be some very dodgy filming for a minute while I hop back on Ren. Right, Ren, darling, do you want to come around this way? You want to come around this way? That's it. Don't know whether I can get you from there. Let me just manoeuvre. Come on, Ren, come round here. Come around this way. There we go. There we go. Just pick my reins up and hop back on. Sorry, dodgy filming there for a minute, but we're on. Oh, and there's the school bus with Bailey coming home. That's my son, for anyone who doesn't know. That's Andy, his lovely bus driver who takes him to school every day. Right, there we go. Back on. Oh, it feels good not having Hannes with me now. So we'll head back up to the farm. That's the farmhouse up there. And you can see Uber and Iceman. Hello, boys. See, Ren's so good, I can just drop my reins. She knows where she's going. Don't you, darling? Eh? Trust her with my life. She's brilliant. Worth your weight in gold, aren't you, Ren? Oh, Jamie, I've just seen, yeah, of course, I'd forgotten about Doubtson. Yes, Doubtson got in with Uber earlier this year, and she's a bit of a flirt. She likes the boys, and he is a gelding, which, for those of you that don't know, means that he, I'll just wait here, that he can't sire a foal. Yeah, you can have a little snack there. Thank you. And he did hop on, much to Doutson's delight. But yes, there won't be any babies from that, so don't worry. So here we are back at the farm. I'll give you a little view over the valley. Love this tree in all its blossom. It's quite quiet here today. Going past Hoytzer and Jubba's little house and garden. They were down here earlier. But they're up in the top paddock at the moment. And then here's where the shippen's being rebuilt. Michael just popped in earlier, but he's not been doing any work on it today. So Lindsay, Bessie loved the view over the valley, watching the boys and the sheep. Yeah, it's really special. You could sit there for hours. That's our little hire car that's got to go back on Thursday, but we're going to test drive that black Volkswagen that we went to see the other day. So we're test driving that this afternoon. There's Arthur, the Polaris, he's also had a spring clean today, and he had Peter from Ellis Quads, where he came from. Are you coming through, Ren? Yeah, are you coming through, darling? Are you coming? Yeah. So Peter was here today to give him his first service, which he has to have after 50 hours of driving. So he does have to go back to the workshop for a couple of little minor repairs, which will happen in the next few weeks. But on the whole, he was looking good. Anyway, we're back on the yard. Oh, it's very quiet. There's nobody else around. I think Annie is probably up in the woods still. There's the gorgeous Renske. You can see her face now. Look, we've got Tamara up there as well. Don't know where Bailey is, but I'll go and find him in a minute. I'll just take Renske's hat off. I call it her hat, of course it's her bridle. She often likes to hold on to the bit before she drops it. She's always done it, all her life. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to end the live here. Thank you for joining me. I will go live again on a hack tomorrow, on Wednesday. And hopefully I'll see some of you there. Ren, don't disappear too far. I need to take your saddle off now. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.